The boy's a liar. The boy's a liar. The boy's a liar. This is the kind of thing I do when no one's supposed to be looking. You know, I'm finished for the day. We get to go home. Gotta spend time with the kids and go nuts and go crazy. Let them drive me nuts. Put all the stuff back here like this. And I gotta do this video for you guys. That's life in the fast lane. Let's record this, mother. Am I in focus? I have no idea. Coffee! Look, they spelled coffee correctly. Yes, it's not cough, calf, cough. How many more coffee shops do we need? What you're seeing right here is like straight up out of a Tim Burton movie. This thing is whacked out, man. Look at that. Have you ever seen an upside down looking set before? Oh, we did, the upside down set from Stranger Things. But you can always use another upside down looking set. Yo, what's up, you guys? Welcome back to Brickmeupscottie. I'm Scottie. Here you're watching BMUS Bemis, where I get to review all kinds of quirky alternative brick sets that are not Lego, but sometimes I will review a Lego set. This one is brand new, and it, I had to rush to get this done because I'm flying out of here pretty soon. But anyway, check it out from our friends XMORK, XMORK. What is the set that we're looking at? You'll be pretty amazed, I think. I hope so. So today what we're looking at is the Upside Down Cafe from designer Yellowbox777. Yes, it's authorized. This is 10209, 3,118 pieces, and it is a certified hit. I like it. I love it. Yellowbox, we did that other review of his, the Science Museum, that was kind of like all over the place. This one should have been the first one, the first collaboration, but I'm so happy that he's still doing collaborations with him. Yellowbox, congratulations, man. This is an absolutely amazing set. It is not perfect, however. There's some quirks with this thing, but overall, it's like, look at this. Look at this. It's really an upside down set, but everything is right side up on the inside. Give you a quick rotation and quick look there. Oh, I love the look of that, man. It's like crazy. Some of the bricks might look like they're upside down. And if you're wondering, yes, the bricks are Xingbao bricks. So, it's not perfect. A lot of you will complain and be like, oh, no, it's the stones again. I'm telling you, man, it's all about the design. And for me, the design of this was actually pretty pleasant, except when you try to put this thing on. The other thing is, it comes with 2 brick lights, and you pre-install them as you're building the set. It's not at the end of the manual. So you gotta remember that. If you wanna put the lights in, you gotta build with the lights, and they actually have steps in the book that kind of contradict the English, man. It's a little bit confusing, but they say like, if you wanna put the lights, use the bricks. If you don't want to use the lights, don't use those certain bricks, and you'll see that in a second. And speaking of bricks, it's something that's really cool. I gotta pull out my spare parts for it. I have 3 tiles here. Thank you! I never even really used them. 1, 2, let's see, one more. Yeah, here we go. If you go like this, it comes with these 3 tiles, so you won't get mixed up with the colors. It even has a name for them. Reddish brown, dark orange, medium nougat. You know what? That's a really good idea, but these 3 colors are so distinguishable. You shouldn't have any problems, so you don't really have to use these. But hey, that's a cool idea. I thought it was a mistake at first, like, oh man, the factory printed these tiles. They're not supposed to be here. But in the manual, it actually shows that it's part of it. So thank you to XMORK for actually trying to, make it easier for you guys. The manual is actually really easy to read. No problem. Like that. Easy peasy. However, no light accessories are installed, and the above parts are not requested. If you want to install, please ignore this prompt. So it's basically saying use those tiles if you want to install the lights. If you don't want to use the lights, don't use those tiles. It's a little bit easier to say it that way. But anyway, nice manual. It has the same thing like the other one where it has a little interview there. If you buy the set, you can read all about Yellowbox777. And cool. I don't have the box here. Doesn't matter. We just want to see the sets. Who cares about the box? I'm sure the box is pretty easy to be damaged. You get 0 figures with the set, but you guys know that if you order from me, brickmeupscottie.com, I'll throw like a couple figures in for you guys to fill up the set for you. Free gift, man. If you order even more sets, I throw in like other little things too for you. Depends, man. Depends how I feel if you're being nice to us or not. If you ain't nice to me, you get 0 gifts. 0. Be nice. Okay, so first impression of the set after building it, I was like, yo, I love this thing. It's probably one of my favorite ones for this year. It's really enjoyable. It's very refreshing. It's so different. And I'm pretty sure he based this off a real cafe that is upside down somewhere in Korea, maybe Europe. Gotta look it up, man. If you know, please throw it in a comment. Let me know too. I'm curious. I love the colors. It's a very simple set come to think of it, except you don't want to be pushing down this wall right here. It's just like not much support here. And if you push here, it'll push the walls inside. In fact, in the manual, it tells you to grip the other side of the wall and push all the tiles on the front here in so it doesn't like collapse on you. That would probably be the only finicky thing. And installing the lights have space inside. There's going to be bricks that you see with holes in it. That's where all the wire is going to travel through. It's going to light up all here. I'm looking at the lights like, nah, man, I don't want to install it. I just want a clean looking set for myself and for this video. If you want to see what it looks like with the lights, just throw in your own USB brick lights in there. It's much easier and faster, or watch someone else's video. But it looks perfectly fine like this. The other thing that's not so perfect is, as I mentioned, when you're trying to slot this thing in, you can see right here in the groove, the whole white shell of this house is supposed to slot into here and on the side as well. But you can see I have a little bit of a gap there. I could force it to go in, but you'll be knocking things down on the 3rd floor. So when I take this thing off, you might see a couple of things that have fallen off, and trying to actually fit it in, like get through all the floors, can be a little bit tricky. But the overall whole experience of like building the base from the base plate up to the wall and the interior is totally fine. Speaking of interior, we're gonna look at this thing right now on the inside. But just let you know, it's very simple. There's absolutely nothing wrong with that. Oh, but before we do, let's look at the front here. Beautiful colors. I like how the vines are kind of growing up there, and I like the coffee sign. My coffee, or the stud here, was a little bit loose. You know what solved that? Just a little bit of blue tack, man. Just stick it in the stud and throw it in there so it won't pop off. All the other ones are totally fine. I knocked that light off. You do have a couple spotlights up here, and it gets a little bit different when you're installing the lights. You have to like take a couple pieces off and modify that a little bit. You just follow the instructions. You should totally be fine. I absolutely love how the chimney pops out upside down here. This is all built to the front. It's all separate from this back piece here. Be aware of that. And I like the flower garden down below. And these 2 black pieces here are actually more spotlights to light up those flowers. And it's pretty smooth here for the most part. But yeah, you can start to see like, you can push them in a little bit more. But if you push this down, it'll pop out the wall here. It happened a couple times. So you do have to be careful with that. Come over here to the side. Look at that. That was actually really fun to put all this part together. And everything's just upside down. It's really weird. The things that will pop off on you in the set when you're carrying it around will definitely be the flowers and the vines. Do be careful for those on both sides, and the vines on the front. We come over here, and we saw the front door on the other side. This is the back door that you can actually get into the set here. If I lift this up, it feels pretty sturdy. But yeah, there's this little door right there. No stickers on the set, by the way. It's all printed. And you can kind of see it's not quite straight. Maybe I could have made that a little bit more straight. You got a balcony piece here. Oh yeah, these parts, the rails, might pop off on you. It's really weird how they're slotted in, but they can come off. But they're easy to put back on, but for sure, you have to be careful for that. And the vines, and even the awning piece, my one's kind of crooked there. It's because you're putting this whole shell in, it's kind of shifting everything around, so be careful with that. And you're gonna probably grip these and knock these off. I kind of wish it was like more longer pieces that it's just easier to put in and out. It's all individual, like trans-clear, I don't know what those pieces are called. And they're sticking into really weird pieces. Anyway, a little bit weird there. And you got 2 little windows up here. The windows need to come out if you're gonna take the set off. And it's kind of hard to push them in there. Back on this side, it doesn't kind of mirror the other side, but there are no vines. And if you don't want to have the vines, you can just flip the pieces or the bricks around to make it look like this. It'll just look like this on the other side with no vines. All upside down. It's like right side up, but upside down. I like that look. The shell, or this house part, is the last part that you actually build. It's really fast and easy to put together. I was like, oh, this is so much fun. Surprisingly, I built this set just one in a day, half a day. It was really fast to put together because the brick pieces are big, not like the brick and submarine. I don't know if that video will come after this or before this, but that's like so many small little pieces. It took forever. This one's like all big pieces, so it's like a lot of fun to put together. Now we're done with that. Let's take the sucker off. You're gonna take the windows here, pop them out. Might take other parts off that's not supposed to go off with it. But there you go, you got the windows there. One more here, or so you took that part off. And that's easy to slot back on here. There's windowless now. It looks like a big mouth going, "Aah!" Now, you don't want to grab the sides here because the flowers are there. Save yourself from not trying to knock those off. And you don't want to grab here. I mentioned these will pop off. So it is kind of tricky. You want to try to just grab it on the top and slide it up like that. And you can see it might catch. That's the word. Catch. See, I can see things already like have fallen off on this third floor because it's like catching on. You see, I'm just like, oh, I'm trying to rip the floors off, you know. Oh, I can see stuff already loose on the top. So I'm gonna try to just slowly pull this up. Yeah, so that's the only thing, like, oh, I was pulling little things here and there. So we'll move this out of the way first. I'll readjust all the stuff that fell off here. So it's actually really fast to put together. Okay, so I fixed that up. This is the shell part, which is really cool, look at that. It's all hollow on the inside, very fast to fix up. And I noticed there's like a stud here empty. I don't know what's supposed to go there. Am I missing something there? And you can actually see on the inside here, there in the corner, right here, that's where one of the brick lights go. It's right side up now. That's actually kind of cool. I wonder if you can make this like right side up. Walls are flimsy, be careful for that. But there's nothing else to really talk about this shell part. It's like pretty sturdy. It's very Oxford block style when you're doing all these tiles. So there, you can experience the Oxford block style by doing this kind of thing, or you know, like the OG Lego fishing store did a lot of these. I like that. Just remember though, when you don't have those pieces on, it's very holy. It might freak some of you holy guys out there. Trypophobia, is that what it is? You know, when you take the shell off, I'm just gonna call it a shell. Actually looks really good like this. It's still a little bit tight to get your hand inside, but you can kind of appreciate the side a little bit more, like seeing the staircase and the levels going up makes it look a little bit more complex. Hey man, I think it looks pretty cool like that too. Yeah, I like it without the shell as well. But it gets very flimsy because there's no support. There's not much support in the middle sections here and here. Everything is very kind of loose, and the back side are all just like, oh, look at that, it's like barely hanging in there, like just hanging onto the edge there. And looking at this thing, I think I lined it up wrong. It's a little bit tricky to line all these up. Once you get it though, it's secure. As you can see, I've been lifting it up and it's been secure. So I'm gonna fix this when we put it all back together. I'll take the top floor off first, and it's just on the edge there. So I'm hearing stuff going, so that comes off here like that, there. Okay, the third floor. The second floor, it's supposed to line up around here, and you can flush them against the wall here. This is how you're gonna like, here, right there. That's how you kind of know where to line it up. Because if you take this off, there's not much to go, or, oh, I can see some things fell off here. It's easier, all easy to put back on, no worries. So just as I was saying, there's nothing here, right? So the second floor is relying to rest on here, and then you gotta kind of line it up here. And because this wall kind of can shift around, you gotta just kind of like get it perfectly in there. And the third floor is relying on the second floor, which there's no support here. So you do have to be careful for that. Otherwise, everything else is totally fine. This is not an Oso Jang set. Remember, Oso Jang's like crazy with its interior. The interior of all three floors are like really simple for the set. I was quite happy with that. I'd rather have it like simple and be able to get the set together nicely. And yeah, see, this is like one big giant wall here, so be careful for that. And now you can kind of like fix up the outside part that got pushed out. You push this back all in like that. There you go. This is the coffee shop joint. I like that picture on the wall, little patterns there, and you can kind of see along here where the brick light will go through, and then as you're putting this part together, all the wires will be hidden on the inside. So they did try to hide the wires at least, but you're still gonna have wires going on the second and third floor, I'm sure. So you walk in the door, it's all tiled on all the floors, thank goodness. Lots of little studs there for the characters. I always love that, I welcome it. You got the staircase that goes right up already, and that staircase can be very loose. You have to be very careful putting that one together. All the plants are okay. They're all kind of repeat, but they can pop off. Otherwise, everything else is pretty intact and sturdy. You got the coffee shop area here. I like the coffee machines. Again, all prints and plenty of cups and mugs. Along the back wall, you got some menus there, little drawers underneath. And that's more or less it. I mean, it's pretty simple, right? And even the counter here, it's just a computer screen and a hot dog and like display there with the cupcakes. That's it. All the tables and chairs are all designed exactly the same for all three floors. The back door here actually has a print, the business hours. So there's two entrances into this place. And here, just to show you that wall again, look at that. That's crazy how they built this part. I really enjoyed it. I had no problems. This is like totally fine when you do this. And then you come to the second floor, I'll pull this here. As you can see, by just looking at it like that, it's very plain. But once in a while with a set like this, it's like totally okay. I don't see why it has to be like overly complicated. There are prints on the doors, by the way. It says, enjoy, slow time. I like how it's fully reachable because there's no walls. It's weird, right? It's only like the main wall that at the very end that covers everything up. But if you want to take that off and just kind of play with the set with nothing in it, this is perfect. You can totally like easy to access your hand. That's the balcony area there. But once again, the same chairs and tables, same type of plants. And I do like the spotlights. They're really simple, but using those pieces as the clear, transclear, it looks like lights to me. And I'm sure the lights will go, or the wires will travel through those too. And on this side is where the staircase comes up into this floor. And it's all tiled again. I like the color, the blue and the gray. Same tables, same chairs, same style staircase that goes up to the 3rd floor. So this is the trickiest part. It's like, oh, how do you line this up? So all I remember is like here where my finger is, it lines up to that wall. So like I'll like turn the plant this way so I won't hit the wall back there. And line up here and push down. And then you gotta kind of move this wall here, right? Make sure it gets flushed down. That's probably the only trickiest part. It's like, oh, is it like that? Is it in? Pick it up, look at it. Oh yeah, it's in on this side. It's in against the wall. Yeah, that's right. It's all correct now. There you go, it's all correct. Good, easy, right? The staircase is very loose up here. It's not gonna connect to anything. And then you got the 3rd floor. When you go up the staircase to this 3rd floor, there's a little hatch that opens up here, which is blocked by the box or the desk. There you go. It will open up, but you're gonna hit everything. But you're probably not gonna play with that. The plates are secure, even though there's multiple plates, but little tiles might get loose. You might wanna push down on those. So when you come through the hatch, you got the little carpet, I guess, that matches the wall earlier. Different color. I like the bed, and I like the guitar that's on the bed. That's a nice touch. You have a couple boxes there. Those boxes will probably just pop off on you. I like the desk, the way it was built. Pretty simple. Got some items on there. Telephone, radio, plant, and the chair. A little swivel piece there. It's pretty straightforward, simple stuff. Dude, that desk, or it's not a desk light, it's like a floor lamp? What is that? It gotta be a lamp, right? I'm not sure if I'm a fan of how it's like the hot dog tail end of that piece, that little tiny piece going into that hole. Is that okay to do like that? I'm a little bit scared for that breaking off, but okay. Anyway, you can make your own little desk light if you want there. I think you have to keep everything really low because the top might hit on this part. And then you got the awning there, and I like the color of the awning. So again, you gotta line this up here on the edge, right to the edge there. Same deal here. Push it all down. It does fit properly. But oh, the 2nd floor wall is a little bit flimsy, so you gotta make sure you line that up correctly and look at it and be like, oh damn, Scottie, does it fit in here? I don't know myself, man. I think it's like that. Once you do that, and I pick up the whole thing here, it's pretty okay. It is harder to get your hand inside now for sure, but the top floor is totally fine. So this is probably more for you guys that just want to have the exterior look and not so worried about the importance of the interior. It's still very nice, but it's just more simple on the inside. And then we come back to the top part here. And how do we put this piece on? I tried several different combinations, how to put this on the best way. You just gotta just jam it in there and see what happens. Okay, remember, don't grip the sides with the flowers. And then you're gonna go like this. And just kinda, even the manual just says like, throw it on, you know? See, ooh, let's go like this. Because I see that stud on that one side of the wall. That's probably what's jacking it up, man. There, slide it down this way. Oh, see, I knocked down the telephone and the radio on the 3rd floor. It'll probably knock down the boxes and the lamp as well. And see, that sounds scary, man. Like, oh, is it fitting in there? And it's gonna catch on the sides here. And then you're gonna probably pull off the plants by mistake. And then the awning's gonna come off. You see, this is the trickiest part right here, yo. Sliding it in, and then you're gonna put pressure. Am I gonna break this? I'm getting it in. Oh, I heard more stuff falling off. And then you can't get in there to fix it because it's like one solid piece going in here. And then see, I've mentioned here, look, right there. Once you push it in, it'll push this part forward or this wall. It's easy to fit or fix it back like that. It's not difficult, but that's the best I can do. So it's not totally flushed in here, but it is flushed in there, almost flushed on this part here. Can you do any better? You can probably do better than me, but I'm still pretty happy overall with this look, you know? And then you get the windows back on. It needs to be pushed in more, like that. There. At least I didn't knock off these pieces. Before I was like knocking all these off and knocking all the plants on the side. Jack got it pretty well done there. There has to be a freaking right way for that rooftop piece to come on. I got everything in, right? Maybe if I slide it in this way, it might be easier. Oh, it might be easier just to slide it straight. Maybe I'm overcomplicating myself. Oh, okay, that might be easier for you guys. Let's just do that again. I think I just found the easier way to slide this thing back on. I think if you go sideways like this first, instead of going from the top down, and then going over, be careful for the desk on the top. Oh, it's catching on something though, the awning, so you have to be careful for the awning. That's when you have to start going up a little bit. Slide it over. There we go. Oh, that's easier. It's a little bit easier. This is the second time I'm doing this for you guys. Probably like my 5th time trying to figure out how to get this whole set in here. And it seems to be better. So, better to slide it straight and then kind of go up and over. The walls might catch here, but I know it can shift in a little bit more like that. Oh. Am I popping anything off? Can I put the windows back on easier? Nothing's falling off. Oh, so putting on these windows kind of makes the thing want to like go back a little bit further. Oh, the rooftop part. There we go. Time for dimensions. It's on a 32 by 32 plate. Let's check the height. Break out your 1x4 bricks. Let's see. This probably won't fit to a modular because there's no studs connecting there. There's going to be a separate piece. This will look absolutely amazing, by the way, in your brick city. For sure, get it. Get it while you can. So break out your 1x4 brick, stack it up here. It's just around right there. And that is 25 bricks in height. It's not too high, not too shabby. You can probably get it down to 24 if you shove the thing down more and not try to break it or anything. There you go. You know what time it is? It's time to drop this thing. I'm saying my prayers right now in my head because the top piece is pretty loose. I have a feeling a lot of things are gonna fall off this thing, but you never know, man. You just never know. So here you go. Hold on to your underwears and your panties. Time to drop the sucker. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Something flew off, but it's not the set. Hey, did pretty good. The chimney fell off. Easy fix. The windows, obviously, fell off. This part kind of shifted, but none of the flowers came off, man. I'm kind of surprised for that. And there is a single stud piece I mentioned about earlier. That's the piece that's probably getting caught on the wall. That's why, like, it's hard to get this thing on. You might want to take that off to make it just easier for yourself. Make life a little easier. I'm just taking off all the floors like this now. Look at that. Oh man, took off both floors with it. At least it's like the outer walls kept this thing secure. Now how do I get this out now? Oh, there we go. Oh. Okay, those little pieces almost came off. That was my hands. Don't grab those pieces. Don't grab the teeth. Okay, I slot that back in here. Look, just a couple pieces of this wall came off there. Easy fix. The floors are just like minimal, so it's all just the furnishing stuff that came off and the hot dog piece. And then I can just take this off here. There you go. This all came intact. Only the plants. Staircase got a little bit loose, so it's only the loose pieces for sure that came apart. Some plants from the table. And the first floor is okay. All right. I'm happy with that. Cool. All right, you guys. I love it. The upside down cafe with a little house from Yellowbox777. Amazing collaboration. This should have been your first set though, to be honest with you. That would have been so good. Anyway, it's available on my store, Brickmeupscottie.com. It's available anywhere else that you can find it. Do I recommend it? I highly recommend it. I think it's amazing. It's just a different, quirky design. If you're not into the upside down thing, then you're out of luck. That's all I can say. All right, you guys, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Thank you for all the love. I will be back with more sets Until next time, you guys. Break me out! Can this thing be flipped upside down to make it right side up as is? No, it'll probably break everywhere, but if that's what you guys want me to do, I will do it for you right now. I'm gonna move these windows so they can see if this thing will fit flat or not, or if anything will fall apart on this thing. Oh, I dropped it in the window. Come on, little piece. Yeah, this thing really does look like a mouth, man. Look at all those teeth down there. So if I flip it this way, I'm so scared to do this, man. Holy shit. Oh, stuff is just falling everywhere there. Oh, the awnings will probably break off. Look at that. Hey. If you just want a regular size cafe, there you go. You could, I don't know why I'm doing this right now. You could flip all these letters the right way around. The chimney's going right. Just the door is like way up here. You have no doors to go into this house. It's actually kind of cool like that though, right? That is so weird with the base plate like that. Well, my base plate is kind of dirty right there. It's like the Wizard of Oz thing going on. So there, that's what it looks like if it was right side up. But now all the plants are upside down. It's actually kind of cool like that, man. You can just leave it like that. Not bad. Okay, now I have to flip this whole thing back the other way around again. How do I do this? Oh, I did it. Oh, I lost the plant. I'm always losing these plants, man. Damn it. I love it. Now I can use me some coffee. Spit flying out of my mouth right there. Oh no, I can't get the chimney piece back on here. There we go. Oh, come on. You can do it, Scottie. You got this. You got it. Get it. Got it. Good.